You hear it everywhere, right? The AI revolution. But while everyone's talking, very few people are actually building real businesses from it. So, in this explainer, we're going to cut through all that hype and dive into 5 concrete, tangible ways you can build an actual business in the AI space, starting like today. Okay, to really get a feel for how big this is, let's just start with one number: $644 billion. I mean, that's what's being pumped into generative AI this year alone. This isn't just some passing trend, it's a massive tidal wave of cash, and it's creating opportunities for anyone who's ready to jump in. And get this, McKinsey dropped some research that shows this incredible gap. Pretty much every company is using AI now in some way, but a staggering 99% of them just haven't figured out how to use it well. Only a tiny 1% have actually mastered it. Now, this isn't a problem, you guys. This is maybe the biggest business opportunity of our lifetime. Right, so it's not really about the tech itself. It's all about this huge gap in execution. That $644 billion figure, that's the opportunity waiting for people who can step in and actually deliver results with AI. And this is where things get really interesting. You've got brand new research from MIT saying that 95% of AI projects inside big companies are just failing. We're talking about companies with tons of money, endless resources, and a real need to make this work, but they just can't execute. So if you can be the one to bridge that gap, you're not just playing the game anymore, you are literally set up to win it. Okay, so how do you actually do that? How do you become one of the winners? Let's break down 5 solid blueprints. These are real-world models people are using as we speak to build profitable AI businesses. Look, these aren't just ideas. These are real, actionable paths you could start walking down today. All right, blueprint number 1. This one's for all you builders and devs out there. Building and selling your own AI-powered software. The upside? I mean, it's absolutely astronomical. You see businesses hitting 5, even low 6 figures a month. But let's be real, the risk is just as massive. We're talking an 80 to 95% failure rate. It's the absolute definition of high risk, high reward. But man, when it hits, it really hits. Just look at a guy like Peter Levels. He's a solo founder, and he built this AI headshot generator. He got it up to $1.6 million a year with 87% profit margins. And he did it with tools that are available to all of us. And he proved you don't need some huge team to build something insanely valuable. Okay, blueprint 2. This is for the marketers, the people who love working with clients and want to see a return way faster, with less of that technical risk. The time to actually make money here can be immediate, assuming you've got the skills. The model is pretty straightforward. You're charging a setup fee, could be 5 to 15 grand, and then a monthly retainer, all because you're delivering a clear, measurable ROI for your client. And the results you can get for clients, they're just off the charts. Take L'Oreal in Vietnam, for instance. They used AI-powered ad campaigns and saw their return on ad spend jump by 4.1 times. Think about it. When you can literally hand a client $4 back for every single dollar they give you, they don't just happily pay your fees. They become your biggest fan. Blueprint free. This one's perfect for writers, for any subject matter expert out there. It's all about AI content and consulting. But this one is probably the most misunderstood. The market for just cranking out cheap, basic AI articles, it's totally flooded. Forget about it. The real money is in high-level strategic consulting, charging $100, $200, $300 an hour or more. Or it's an AI-assisted ghostwriting, where the top folks are still pulling in 6 figures for a single project. Let's talk about Blueprint 4, where we get into scalable stuff. This is that classic build it once, sell it 1,000 times model. It's perfect for creators or anyone with deep niche knowledge. So what are we talking about here? Things like super valuable prompt packs, niche Chrome extensions, or specialized WordPress plugins. The people doing this well are pulling in $2,000 to $10,000 a month, sometimes way more, just by creating digital assets that people need. And that brings us to our final blueprint, number 5. This one's for the real tech heads, the system stinkers. This is the next frontier, AI agents. Let me be clear, this is where the serious, big-time enterprise money is flowing. The skills gap here for building autonomous AI systems is so huge that companies are happily paying 6 figures for a single consulting project. Yep, the learning curve is steep, no doubt. But if you can build these things, you can basically write your own check. Okay, so we've talked about all the exciting opportunities. But before you just dive in headfirst, we have to talk about the very real risks that are causing most of these ventures to just fizzle out. This is the reality check that separates the people who make it from the ones who just get frustrated. So let's just ask the tough question, right? If this opportunity is so massive, why are 95% of these AI projects and startups actually failing? And the answers to this, well, they're what separate the people who actually win from the ones who are just hoping to. So let's break down the top 4 killers. First up, platform dependency. If your whole business is just a thin little layer on top of something like ChatGPT, you're in a dangerous spot. I mean, look at Jasper AI. They were a multi-billion-dollar company and then watched its value just plummet as ChatGPT itself got better and better. Second, copyright law is a total legal minefield right now. Just look at the huge lawsuit the New York Times filed against OpenAI. Third, relying too much on AI to write your code can create this massive hidden technical debt. And finally, most of these wrapper businesses just don't have anything unique or defensible to offer. So this really paints a clear picture, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the failures. They're usually these simple wrappers that try to be everything to everyone, they overpromise what they can do, and their business model is fragile. And the winners? What do they have? Well, they have their own data, they focus on one deep specialty, they stay lean and mean, and, most importantly, they masterfully blend that irreplaceable human touch with the raw power of AI. Look, talking about these risks isn't about scaring you off. It's about arming you with knowledge. Because now that you know what the traps are, we can pivot to a solid, actionable plan you can use to get around them, starting right now. First things first, let's get real about the timelines. This is not a get-rich-overnight kind of deal. Sure, consulting can bring in cash almost immediately, but building a successful app, that's probably going to take a good 6 to 12 months before it's actually profitable. Knowing this is so important if you want to avoid burning out and giving up too early. But, and this is a big but, here's the reality check. This whole transformation, it's speeding up. The people who get in early are the ones who get the biggest rewards. Remember that 99% execution gap we talked about at the beginning? Well, it's closing. That window of opportunity is definitely real, but you've got to know it is getting smaller every single day. So, with that in mind, here is your 90-day challenge. It's so simple, but it is incredibly powerful. Step 1, pick one, just one of these income streams. Don't try to do everything. Step 2, for 90 days, just focus and execute on that one thing. And third, learn from what's actually happening, from real data, not just what you think should happen. And look, in 90 days, you're either going to have real momentum or you're going to have an incredibly valuable lesson. Either way, you actually win. So the window of opportunity with AI, it really is narrowing. The real question isn't, is this happening? It is. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Where will you be in 90 days?